The sun had barely kissed the horizon when Amir's village began whispering tales of the forgotten well. Legend said it had been buried for decades, hidden by the elders to keep the darkness it housed from reaching the world above. Yet, secrets have a way of resurfacing, and tonight was no exception. Amir, a curious boy of 16, had always been drawn to the mysteries of his village. Despite his grandmother's stern warnings, this evening, he decided to unearth the truth. Armed with only a lantern and a brave heart, he ventured to the outskirts of the village where the old well was said to be. The gnarled branches of ancient trees clawed at him as he made his way through the dense forest. An air of foreboding hung thick, and the chirping of nocturnal creatures seemed unnervingly silent. It wasn't long before he stumbled upon it, the forgotten well. Moss-covered stones formed its mouth, and the rope of what once had been a bucket system dangled like a noose. As he leaned over, the flame of his lantern illuminated the dark shaft below, revealing a set of old rickety stairs spiraling down into the black abyss. Summoning every ounce of courage, Amir began his descent. Every creak of the wooden steps echoed like a ghostly whisper, urging him to turn back, but curiosity pushed him forward. Halfway down, he noticed strange markings on the walls, symbols unlike anything he'd seen. With each step, the air grew colder, and an unsettling feeling gnawed at his core. At the bottom, Amir's lantern flickered as if in protest, casting shadows that danced malevolently. Before him lay an old stone door, partially ajar, from which a faint, otherworldly glow seeped through. Taking a deep breath, he pushed it open with trembling hands. Inside, a cavernous chamber stretched out, filled with eerie, phosphorescent light. In the center stood an ancient altar, adorned with artifacts and bones, the remnants of rituals long forgotten. But what caught Amir's eye was a pedestal holding an exquisite, dark crystal. Compelled by an unseen force, he reached out to touch it. As his fingers brushed its surface, a blood-curdling scream tore through the air. The walls seemed to close in, and the chamber shuddered. Ghostly figures materialized, their eyes hollow and mouths agape in silent torment. Frozen in terror, Amir realized these were the lost souls bound to the well. The crystal was their prison, and he had awakened their wrath. He turned to flee, but the stairway collapsed behind him, leaving no escape. The ground beneath him began to crack, and a chilling wind howled through the chamber, wrapping Amir in its icy embrace. In that fleeting moment, he understood the true legacy of the forgotten well. His screams joined the chorus of the damned, echoing through the village above as a grim reminder of the darkness that lay buried, waiting for the next curious soul to disturb its restless slumber.